The college football playoff bracket for season 4 is set, and here is a look at it. The North Carolina Tar Heels are the #1 seed. They will be taking on the Oregon State Beavers in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. In the other semifinal, it's the #2 seed defending champion Florida Gators taking on our Marshall Thundering Herd in the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. It's going to be a crazy episode. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kimbroplays. Let's get into it. The Gators, coached by Dan Mullen. In this alternate universe for our series, he's been in Gainesville since 2010, but let's just focus on his time since 2013, since that's the last 4 seasons of this dynasty. 13-1, 10-3, 13-2 SEC champion and national champions. And then this season, they're 13-0 and already repeating as the SEC champs. That's about as good as you can do in a world where Saban's Bama and Kirby Smart's Georgia still exists. Here's what the Gators roster looks like. Led by 99 overall Heisman Trophy winning DeMarcus Bowman, a pure speed back, and we're going to have to know where he is on every single snap. The rest of the team's strength lies within their defense. Guys like Sapp, Williams, McMillan, Wingo, and the corner pairing of Pouncey and Young, they are all in the 90s as starters on defense. They're pretty stacked. A huge storyline, however, for this semifinal game is the health of starting quarterback Carlos Del Rio Wilson. A 91 overall, he's been their quarterback 1 for the duration of this run they've been on the last 2 years. They have him listed here as questionable with a dislocated elbow, but who's the backup quarterback at Florida? Oh, you know, just the 4th overall pick in the NFL draft, Anthony Richardson. He's a redshirt senior, 90 overall, waiting for his chance. 6'4", 239 with 92 speed. Are you kidding me? So we likely have to deal with Richardson in this game. How did the Gators get here? 82-74 is the combined opponent record for the season, and they've put together solid wins against a good Georgia Southern team to start the year. They won big against the likes of Kentucky and got a great road win against Vandy, and they followed it up later in the year with a 7-point win against Georgia and a really tough rivalry game road win against Florida State in Tallahassee. And then we saw just last episode, Florida got the 5-point win in the SEC title game against Alabama. That is quite the impressive gauntlet that they have run through this season. These guys are legit. Gerard Mayo. This hire has been a home run for Marshall regardless of today's outcome. 4 straight 10-win seasons, 2 conference titles, 1 in Conference USA, and then of course this year's Sun Belt title after we made the move, and now a 2nd college football playoff berth. Not much more you could ask from him in his tenure so far. We will talk about Coach Mayo's future in the offseason, but for now, his 49-5 record is good enough for 59th among active coaches in college football, and he's been a hot name on the market every offseason. But I gotta think it'll be even hotter this year. You guys already know our roster pretty well, but I find it handy to look at this screen, kind of get a glance from time to time. We're led by John Bass, 94 overall, but of course it's Rasheen Ali and Fuqua who really run the show for us on offense. Kevin Hayes is the best kicker in college football and has been for 3 straight seasons, and Josh Hardiman just won the Thorpe Award. So we've got a little bit of balance throughout the squad on offense and D, and the guys are playing with a lot of momentum right now. Our boy Lee Corso likes the herd in this one, but it's A-pluses across the board for Florida. They've been #2 in points per game all year. We've been #1. They're #3 in total defense, and we're still holding on to the top spot. Both of these teams have put together really strong statistical seasons, and now it's time to see whose strength is going to carry them into the national title game. Welcome to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, home of the Arizona Cardinals and the site for this college football playoff semifinal. The PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Fired up as our #3 seeded Marshall Thundering Herd are set to take on the #2 seed Florida Gators. 78,600 standing room only for this one. Florida has won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Marshall's going to get the ball first. Ball is on the tee. Florida gets it into the air, and we are officially underway in semifinal #1. Knowledge McDaniel from his 1 takes this one out and can't get across the 20-yard line. So Marshall will start short of their 20 to get the day going, and they're going backwards on first down. As we've talked about, this is a really good Florida defense. 2nd and 11, we're outside of the pocket with Fuqua. We're going to flip it to Cook, but this one's also going nowhere. Back-to-back tackles for loss by the Florida D. Not where we want to be. 3rd and 11. Flipping this one out to John Bass on the sideline. However, he breaks a tackle. 17 yards, great individual effort, gets the first. Jack Stakem in motion. We give it to Ali running right. Shuffles a couple times. He's got 10. He's just short of the first down. 2nd and inches. Ali met in the backfield, but does a great job powering through the middle linebacker. He finds a way to get the first. Just shy of the midfield logo, it's a 1st and 10. Fuqua looking right. It's Brennan Armstrong who gets hit very hard, but he holds on, 12 yards. Really nice job converting there by Armstrong. Now it's a 1st and 10 from the midfield stripe. Are you kidding me? Tommy Chambers, 43-yard touchdown reception, and Marshall out of nowhere behind the sticks, looking like they're maybe struggling to put together a drive, and they hit you with the quick strike. Tommy Chambers straight up the seam. Marshall's on the board first. What a hot start for Marshall. And on trots Anthony Richardson, his first throw of the day, 5 yards across the middle to Lyles. 2nd and 5, running left with Bowman, the Heisman winner, and he's met in the backfield. Andy Johnson on the tackle for loss. And Florida quickly to a 3rd and 7. Richardson making a change to the route. He sets in, he's under pressure, he throws it. Scott Ward should have had the interception as Richardson was under pressure, should have been picked off. Florida punts it. Marshall takes over just on their side of the 50, and again, 1st down runs. A bit of a struggle. Carlos Hawkins in there on the big TFL. And this time, 2nd straight play. We're trying to get Ali going, but it's not working. And it's quickly to 3rd and 13 as we, again, struggle in the run game. Fuqua under pressure. He's going to get drugged down. Oh, really nice play by number 33. Princely, he gets the sack on the edge. And Marshall's got to punt it. So, Florida's got the ball back in another 1st down run. Bowman struggling to get it going. Carry-on Martin with the TFL. 2nd and 12, Richardson looking left late, out to Wilcox, his tight end on the sideline. He's got 9. Flanked by 2 people in the backfield, Richardson tucks, he breaks a tackle, and he fights through Sanders to get the 1st down yardage. That's the danger. 6'4", 240 with great speed. He definitely can tuck and run on us. We're going to have to keep an eye on that as Bowman rolls forward for 7 yards. 2nd and 3, pistol look. Richardson out late to the sideline, and what a great tackle by Daniels. It's a big boy Wilcox he brought down. Safety's creeping in, looking like some pressure. Richardson sees it, motions his tight end over. We do send the safety blitz, and it gets home. Josh Hardiman, huge play as we knock them out of field goal range officially, and that's a nice sack by our big-time safety. The Thorpe Award winner coming up huge as another punt. What a catch by Brennan Armstrong here on 1st and 10. 13-yard reception and probably one of the nicer plays he's had all season. Fuqua, 5 of 5, 84 yards and a touchdown as Ali gets it going. Breaking into some open field across the 40, 35, fighting down to the 21-yard line. And out of nowhere, Rasheen Ali busts off a 47-yarder. This kind of just spread open for us perfectly. And Ali doesn't have the full breakaway speed like Bowman, but that's, hey, I'll take a 50-yard gain anytime we can. Love to see it, especially as everything has been looking like that for Rasheen Ali all day as he goes backwards on 1st down. Sapp with the TFL, 2nd and 11. Fuqua sets in there, flips it out to Chambers, breaks a tackle, fighting forward inside the 5, out of bounds around the 3, 17 yards, and another nice play by Tommy Chambers, who has not been red hot recently, but hey, that's a big-time play in a big-time game. 1st and goal from about the 4. Inside give to Ali as he pushes forward. Are they going to say he's in? They are. 5-yard touchdown rush. Rasheen Ali powers his way into the end zone. That is a massive play by our star tailback as 2 guys meet him before the goal line, and he pushes his way forward into the end zone. And Marshall, 2 scores. 14-0 as 15 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Richardson looking to scramble, and my goodness, just punches Carry-on Martin in the face. He's so strong. That was the final play of the 1st quarter. Richardson, play action, looking deep over the middle. Uh-oh, he's got Frazier's finding him over across the middle on this post route. This was tough. We definitely bid on the play action. Richardson's been running it, and he just finds a guy over the middle. Big reception, 40 yards. Definitely tough. You got the momentum 14-point lead, and we give up a big play like that. Incomplete on 1st down, however. That's going to set up a 2nd and 10, running left to Bowman. He shows shifty, fighting forward and rolling forward again. He's got 8. 3rd and 2 just outside the red zone. Bowman up the middle, breaking a couple tackles. 4 yards and a 1st down. Richardson under center, 5-step drop, instantly looks to run, and he's going nowhere. Rasheed Price picks up a huge sack. Really nice start to this down and distance set. Bowman running right, and it's not going to matter. The TFL does us no good when we let the Heisman Trophy winner get out to the edge with blockers in front. Florida, nice response by them. Going to get themselves onto the scoreboard. It is 14-7, and we've got a ball game. Fuqua making a couple adjustments. Now going to give inside to Ali. This play looks very similar to the 40-yarder he busted open. He's got 12 and a first this time. Really got to give Florida credit. Nice drive. They had been struggling to get some offense rolling. They string a few plays together. They get down around the red zone, and they make it happen. 2nd and 6. We flip it out to Armstrong, powering forward. He's got 11, picks up the first down for us. Fuqua flipping the run. Going to give it straight up the middle to Ali, but he's really got no room. 4 yards, and it looked like he was only going to get 2 there. McDaniel dancing, looking for space. He's got another 4. Luckily for us, it's only a 3rd and short, but it goes nowhere. Absolutely no push up front in the middle, and Ali is stopped. And that means 4th and 2 from just inside midfield. We're going to keep it in Ali's hands. We're not going to punt it, and we convert. 89 yards and a touchdown for Ali, even though most of it came on that one play. We flip it out to McDaniel on 1st and 10. He gets hit. This play was going nowhere quickly. Loss of 4. 2nd down, play action. Fuqua, decently protected. He gets out to the edge. Is he going to run? He is. Keeps it. Flips hands, so he's not going to get the first down, but they give him 14 yards. It's a 3rd and inches upcoming. Under center, 2 tight end look. Fuqua under pressure off his back foot. This one's wild and incomplete as we were looking for Brandon Armstrong. Oof. Opting not to take the points. Cook in motion. We give it to Ali, and we barely get there. 3-yard carry, but we make it happen. We've done a nice job. 2 4th down conversions already to keep drives alive, and now that 20-yard touchdown reception for Samuel Cook. Huge play by the senior as he gets off the press coverage beautifully. And Fuqua lobs a softball out there in front of him. He runs up under it, and that is massive. You convert the 4th downs on that drive, and you put points up on the board. Back to a 2-touchdown lead as it's 21-7 as Bowman gets upended on 1st down. Really nice job by Marshall, finding ways to continue to put points up as Lyles finds space in the middle of the field again, and we blow our coverage. 41 yards to Orlando Lyles, and Richardson has just had tons of success in that final third of the secondary as we've been using Daniels and blowing our coverage. Golly, we got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot again as they find space in the cover 2. That wasn't our fault. That was just a good route by Wilcox. And they're inside the 15-yard line, running right again with Bowman. He's finding success out there. 7-yard carry. It's going to set them up with a 2nd and 3 from about the 4-yard line. Richardson keeping it himself. He's got 2 yards. I think he thought he could get in from there. 3rd and 1. Fake snap. Give up the middle to Bowman. Fights off a tackle of Folk, and he is going to score. DeMarcus Bowman, the Heisman winner. Number 23 gets into the end zone for his 2nd time. Folk had him. You see the big stiff arm, and Hardiman tries to get there. Martin's being blocked. Just really no hope to stop that play. Tough one for us. Florida responds. 21-14 is our score. Ensuing kickoff, about the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. This first half has flown by. John Bass gets the rare chance to field it. Running out right. He's got a nice little return. He's across the 30. It's going to set us up at the 34. So a good job by John Bass. Fuqua on the edge, across his body. Brandon Armstrong is there as he finds some space, powering forward, and that is a huge play and a huge pickup for Marshall. As now we've got a real shot at putting points on the board before the end of this half. Fuqua on the edge, pressured. Princely on his tail, misses a tackle, and Fuqua's going to scamper out. He's got 11 and a first. Minute 32, 1st down from the 11. Long motion from Bright. We give left to Ali, and it's going nowhere again. 2nd and 10 this time. Lots of blitzes being sent. Fuqua looking for Bright. Threw it a little too hard. Bright wasn't ready for it. It's incomplete. And with 51 seconds, it's a 3rd and 10. We'll go to Bright again. Back corner of the end zone. Swatted down. Really nice play by Florida. Number 15 on the coverage back there. And that leaves us with no choice. We trot out Kevin Hayes. He drills it. And Marshall takes the 24-14 lead. 44 seconds left. Richardson in the shotgun, feeling some heat. He's going to escape. That's going to keep the clock running. We'll see if they take a timeout. Dan Mullen does. 2nd and 6, 39 seconds. Richardson under pressure, hit as he throws to the seam, and Lyles drops it. Daniels made sure he couldn't catch it, but Lyles should have had that ball. Motion man is Wilcox. 3rd and 6, it's a run. Looks like they're giving up on this possession. 30 seconds left. We're going to call our timeout. We definitely want the ball back as it's a 4th and 3, punting out of their end. And you obviously know anytime Knowledge gets his hands on it, something could happen. He's got a return, working left. Doesn't look like he's got the edge, but he's got a nice return, 18 yards. 19 seconds left in the first half. We'll see if we can score more. Fuqua in the shotgun, Ali in the backfield. Looking up the seam, Brennan Armstrong, they leave him wide open. 21 seconds, we quickly take the timeout. We've got one left, 16 seconds. Fuqua instantly scrambling, gonna lob this one, looking for Chambers, and he kind of throws it too far upfield. Mordecai McDaniel swats this one down. 2nd and 10 with 10 seconds to go. It's a play action. Flushed right again. Nowhere really to go. Fuqua needs to get down. He slides. We're going to take our timeout. 2 seconds left. 3rd and 4, but Hayes is on to kick it. Does he have it? Yes, he does. That is an important possession right there as Marshall gets the 27-14 lead. Hayes had plenty of room, but to hit the big play to Armstrong and find a way to score more points has to give Marshall a ton of energy heading into the locker room. 27-14, and let's take a quick peek at these halftime stats. 193 passing yards, 124 rushing, so decent balance for us. We've controlled the time of possession. Neither team turning the ball over. We got to continue to keep Bowman locked up if we can. Florida's going to get it to start the 3rd quarter in the 2nd half action. Richardson under pressure, tried to escape, going nowhere. Huge play by Malcolm Folk getting the sack. Setting them up behind the sticks, and they try to go speed option with Bowman and Richardson. Going nowhere as well. Back-to-back huge plays in the negative for Florida as it's a 3rd and 19. Pressure coming. Jermaine Johnson is going to get in there for the sack. Richardson is so lucky he was able to hold on to this one as he gets sacked just inside of the 5-yard line. A fumble there could have been absolutely devastating. Marshall does a nice job forcing the punt out of the back of their own end zone as we almost got this one. Knowledge is going to get it from his 50, working up the right side. Shuffles his feet a couple times, jukes, 15 yards, and he's got us at the 35 already. Beautiful way to start the 3rd quarter the first time you touch it. Quickly out of the backfield, Ali's got the short pickup of 1. Armstrong, the motion man, across the formation as we let the clock run a little bit. Quickly, we get it to Armstrong as he works the seam again, finding soft space up the middle of the field. Nice little first down as we run it right. Ali's got a little room. That was a nice little run play. 7 yards. Down to the 11 again. Tommy Chambers motions over. The give is left to Ali as he fights. As they get the first down, he does. Going to set us up with a 1st and goal. Ball around the 7-yard line. Fuqua has it. Drifts, throws across his body. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and goal. Looking right again, has 2 guys in the end zone. He decides to keep it and tuck it himself. As we've talked about so many times, you got to respect the Fuqua run game. He gets us into the end zone, and Marshall somehow opening up a 3-score lead. It's going to be 34-14 for the boys as Florida has got to mount a comeback. Richardson under center. Started the drive, trying to get Bowman going. He's only got a short gain of 1. 2nd and 9, Bowman working left. He's got some room. Makes a nice cut on Johnson. He's got some open field now as he gets into the 3rd level of the defense. 27 yards. That was just kind of bad contained. We kind of just messed this up. Johnson, not as agile as Bowman. He kind of runs right around him. He picks up the big 1st down. Out to the midfield logo, Bergstrand getting his first carry of the day. That's going nowhere. 2nd and 9. Richardson sitting, looking over the middle, hits the curl route to Wilcox as he fights off a couple tackles. Really nice conversion by him, 11 yards. Sweeping left, Bowman trying to get out of the grasp of Martin, and it's not going to happen. Carry on Martin with the TFL. Really nice play by 54 there. We need him big time. 2nd and 12 out to the sideline. It's a short gain for Wilcox, but it's a much more manageable 3rd down now. Richardson looking left, finding Wilcox again. Spun down, but he's got the sticks. 1st and 10 from inside the 30. Richardson, speed option, no shot. He's got to be able to pitch that, but Aiden Hubbard gets on you so quick. TFL for Hubbard. First time we've called his name as well today. 2nd and 14, Richardson stepping up, looking to run. He got hit. Eric Love's going to field this one, the fumble, the recovery, and that is massive by the Marshall defense as Eric Love scoops up this one. Jermaine Johnson is going to get credited for this sack. I think Price was in there too. I don't know who hit the ball, but either way, our 2 star defensive linemen forced this turnover. Armstrong, the motion man. It's a counter to Ali running left. Gets a couple nice blocks, stumbles forward for 7. 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, Ali trying to keep it himself. Minimal yards there, and it sets up a 3rd and 2 run. We conservative, we fumble it. Oh my goodness. That was almost disaster of our own. They actually do review this. Ali's shoulder was down, so he's short, but it wasn't going to matter if the turnover happened anyway. Marshall does have to punt it, though. Florida at their own 35. Richardson fights off a tackle, and then does get the pitch away to Bowman as he gets a lot of nice yards up the sideline. It's a first down, and the speed option breaks open for Florida, and they make it happen. Richardson late to the sideline to Frazier's. He's got 9 yards. And it's a 2nd and 1 draw play. They do find Bowman. Johnson hits him hard, but he's got the first. 30 seconds left in the third quarter, down 3 scores. Florida trying to mount a comeback. Wilcox fights it off. He's got 5 yards. Sets them up with a 2nd and 5. Fake motion to Bowman as they look to set up another screen, and it just gets clunky. It's just poorly executed as they're not blocking very well, and they're not setting up the screen in time. So Richardson, for the 2nd time in this third quarter, takes a bad sack in the backfield. That was the final play of the third quarter, leaving them with a 3rd and 16. Very tough to convert. Burke on the slant route. He's going to be well short. It's a 4th and 11. And they're going to go for it. Desperate times. What? The Bowman draw play on 4th and 11. EA, the CPU logic, not ideal. Marshall does get the turnover, though, as we'll take over on the other side of the 35. Obviously, would love to see Dan Mullen and his offense be a little more aggressive down 3 scores, but I can't call the plays for him. So, 2nd and 5, Ali out of the backfield. Jukes finding some room, falling forward. 20 yards, big reception by Rasheen Ali. Marshall's already across the midfield stripe as we try the little stretch run to the outside. It's going nowhere. How many tackles for loss have they had today? 2nd and 12, Fuqua drifting, going to take a shot up the seam. Armstrong swatted away by McDaniel. Wish Armstrong would go up and compete for that one. 3rd and 12. Fuqua scrambling. Now it opens up for him as they're in man coverage as he slides down on the PlayStation logo. He's got the first. From the 25, Ali working left, finds room up the right, and he's going to fall on top of some bodies. They give him 9 yards. 2nd and 1, Fuqua drifting, looking to Tommy Chambers, and this one's going to get intercepted. McDaniel, who's been great in coverage, working his way, is going to get forced out by the offensive lineman, and this one's tough. Tommy Chambers is running a drag route across the field, and for some reason, Fuqua throws it upfield for him, even though McDaniels is there. Coach Mayo's obviously not very happy. We do still have the 3-score lead with 5.5 to go in the fourth, but getting more points or just at least not turning it over there would have been massive. Well, Florida's not helping themselves as he takes a big sack. Richardson, loss of 4 as they continue to be behind the sticks. This time they do get the screen set up. Can Daniels make a better tackle? He cannot as he struggles in open field again. 8 yards for Bowman. 3rd and 6 as we creep the safeties in. Pressure does come looking left. He finds Frazier's for 10 yards and a first. So, Florida still alive. Richardson tucking. We do not have a spy on him as he breaks a tackle, breaks 2 tackles as he's spinning down. 15 yards for Anthony Richardson. That's a really nice scramble to keep the drive alive for them as he's such a big hoss to try to bring down. Just inside the 30, Florida, as Richardson looks to run again as we're not ready for it as we hit him hard. It's going to leave him with a 2nd and 4. Just under 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. Wilcox to the sideline. He's got a short gain. 3rd and 3, Richardson. Inside, give to Bowman, but we get in there. David Watkins with a really nice and important tackle for loss. Sets them up with the 4th and 4. 3 minutes to go. Richardson swapping the play. What do they have for us? As he's under pressure, he breaks a tackle, but he can't get away from Aiden Hubbard. And that is a huge turnover on downs as Hubbard closes the door, probably for Florida. 3 minutes to go. Gotta be efficient with our run game as Ali finds some room and has 15. We are chewing clock. We're going to try to force these timeouts, but a 3-score lead at the 3-minute mark is huge as Ali finds another huge hole. 11 more yards for Ali as he starts to wear them down a little bit, and it looks like he's broken the school season rushing record. Beautiful. Really nice job by Rasheen. 2 minutes to go. Running left. This time McDaniel's in to spell him. He's got 1 yard. Honestly, the yardage isn't as important as the time. 2nd and 9. Counter to McDaniel. Another nice play by Florida, but time is running short. They're going to need to start using some of these timeouts. 3rd and 9, we're going to throw it. Nope, Fuqua's going to run it, which is smart. Can he get to the first down marker? He can, and he stays in bounds. 40 seconds left, and James Fuqua might have just iced it, and he sure did. Coach Mayo's going to move to 50-5 in his head coaching record as the final seconds tick off, and Marshall knocks off the defending champion. Florida Gators. Play of the game goes to Tommy Chambers linking up with Fuqua on that opening possession score. 50-yard touchdown bomb really sets the tone for Marshall, and we were aggressive the rest of the game on offense. Going forward on fourth as the boys celebrate with confetti raining down, both coaches meeting at the midfield logo, and Anthony Richardson, his shot at Cardale Jones type success comes to an end. And it's the other quarterback who's going to get the player of the game honors, James Fuqua. Coach Mayo presented with the Fiesta Bowl trophy. The boys are headed to the Natty for the second time in the series. 34-14, Marshall gets it done on the biggest stage. Complimentary football, limiting our mistakes, was huge today as we rushed for 217 yards on the ground, passed for 230, scored 2 touchdowns each way. Balance. I absolutely love it. Defensively, we held Florida and Bowman, the Heisman winner, to just 81 yards and only 176 through the air for Richardson. We split the turnover battle, 1 apiece for each team, but we were a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down, and they were 0 for 2. Fuqua goes 14 of 21 for 230, 2 touchdowns and a pick, 66% passing, just the 1 sack. He limited his mistakes and kept drives alive with his legs and good decision making. He added 68 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Rasheen Ali ended up getting his yards and was really effective in the 4th quarter. 144 yards on 24 carries, good for 6 yards per carry against the top D in the SEC. Skewed by a couple big runs, but he really started to get it going there in the 4th. A thing of beauty today from Marshall. Richardson goes 15 of 18 for 83 yards completion, but it was all short throws. 11.7 yards per pass for only 176 yards. No scores and 7 sacks. He was a game manager big time, but they needed him to be much more like a game breaker. Bowman was good, but if Richardson was only going to be average, they needed their Heisman winner to go nuts, and he just didn't. 92 yards on 18 carries, does score twice, but certainly not put the team on my back type numbers today, and that's a credit to the Marshall defense. And that defense showed out. 14 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. They were active and made things tough on Richardson all day in the pocket. We did let a few plays get loose, especially in the passing game, but nothing crazy for touchdowns or a bunch of missed tackles. We really stepped up, and we're going to move on to the national championship because of it. We will gladly add the Fiesta Bowl trophy to the case, but now we turn our attention to the other side of the bracket. Lee is taking the underdog again. We'll see if he can go 2 for 2 today on his picks. UNC sports A+ across the board, while Oregon State by letter grade is far from elite. C on defense really stands out, and the season stats bear it out too. 88, 85, and 91 in the major defensive categories statistically. They're going to need a really big effort to stop Drake May and the Tar Heel offense. Let's sim forward and see how it played out. Mac Brown and the boys in blue get it done. North Carolina survives and advances in what was an absolute battle with the Beavers. 31-24. As we look a little closer, Oregon State rides a big second quarter to a 17-10 halftime lead, but North Carolina puts together 21 straight points to take a 4th quarter lead, and despite a late score from Oregon State, they find a way to hang on. It's pretty astonishing how evenly matched this game ended up being. Neither team turned it over. Same exact red zone conversion rates, almost the same in total offense and first downs, and under 3 minutes difference in total time of possession. It looks like it was actually a really great semifinal game, and it sets us up for the next episode. Marshall and North Carolina, the stage is set for what I hope is an amazing national championship game and an epic end to season 4 of this series. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care of yourself. I will catch you in the next one. Marshall is going back to the national championship game. Unreal. Peace.